Hi, hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Nincompoops podcast. I'm your host, Paul, along with my fellow co-host, Dean and Jim. So yeah, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it's another three-man today. So we haven't done that for a while. It's been what, like you guys said, like a couple weeks now?
Episode 30 was the last 30 man we did.
And we're at episode 38.
38,
Yeah.
it's about 8 episodes.
Yep.
I could have sworn we did one sooner than that. Like 8 episodes seems like a while ago. That's literally just 8 weeks, so that's about 2 months.
I think just time just passes by, dude. Like all these episodes are blurring together. I'm starting to forget which things we talked about, and which things we haven't.
That's very true. We usually the topics usually blend together, as you said. But
Yeah.
we usually like fall for default. Like, all right, let's talk about anime and tits and boobs.
Yeah, I wonder how many times we've had like the same conversation
Yeah,
without even realizing
yeah. We haven't talked about video games yet.
it.
That's a lie. That's a lie. It's
Been
Yeah.
like a few episodes since that one, I think.
the video game one.
Yeah, I'm on. Let me
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a couple episodes.
Yeah.
I am upset right now.
Why are you
Because-
upset, Paul?
This has been the month so far. I've realized I've come to accept that May is the month of me just getting injured and stuff. So since this month started, my right ankle has been hurt. A couple of days ago, my right wrist has been injured, but it's healing right now. But what I'm most upset right now is the fact that my recruiter texted me, told me to call him. And when I called him, he said, like, all right, cool. Someone had to drop their pilot scheduling, their NAMI test for Florida.
Uh-huh.
So there's one open up for you right now, Ook. I was like, awesome, cool. But you guys remember how we had our COVID shots opened up in California recently, about like last month or near last month.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my second dose is scheduled for the 15th of this month.
Uh-huh.
And I was told that, all right, your flight physical is open. You'll go on the 16th to the 19th. I was like, fuck. So
Damn.
I told him, like, I don't know if I can make it because my second dose is on the 15th. And he's like, yeah, you're right. It's probably going to mess you up. All right, we'll have to change it then. All right, talk to you later. I was like, yeah, talk to you later. And I'm upset. I'm like, damn it! I could have gone to Florida. I could have had my final like thing done for
Damn.
my officer pilot application. So
On the upside, Florida's the worst place you can go to before getting your second shot. So at least you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, at least,
that's true.
Would you
But
have
that just-
missed it? I don't think so.
I've heard like stories from people in Florida saying like people just do not. It's like the
there's
pandemic
no
never happened.
mask mandate. It's like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like they never had COVID.
Yeah.
indeed. But at the same time, like, man, had an open spot. Had it not been for COVID, I would have been like, yes, easy to go.
I think you would have been gone by now.
Yeah,
For
that's-
COVID.
Yeah.
Probably,
I mean,
yeah.
your plans were like originally like summer of last year, right? Like
that's
yeah.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a blessing at the same time. For I know this is going to sound real fucked up, but it's kind of a blessing that COVID happened, just because like I was planning to go last year, but that last year of me just like, all right, I'm gonna put all my points in just prepping for the ASTB for my physical and all that. Seems to have like been paid off. I definitely got a lot higher scores than I would have had I just like jumped in like a year ago.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying like that. There's like a lot of good things that happen from the lockdowns and everything. Obviously, with COVID, terrible thing. A lot of people died. I don't know the official number because the number is always going up and up. But that's obviously terrible. But a lot of good has happened too. Like people are staying home, getting to spend more time with their families.
Yep.
People
Yeah.
just have more time in general to like work more or work less or work from home, so they don't have to commute. For me, school was a lot easier in my last 2 semesters because it was done online versus being in person. Which, although I kind of missed going to class in person because there's like the social aspect I really missed, like just meeting people and stuff. Even though when I meet new people, like I said in the previous episode, I just like don't care too much about becoming like best friends with them. I just if I talk to them, I talk to them. But it was a nice part of school.
Yeah, what I miss about school is the immersion of like, okay, this is school time. This is no games, no distractions. The social, that depends. Like the social.
I mean, it was a little bit different for me because people when I go to school, people around my age, so like it's a lot more.
No, I'm an old
There's that
person.
sense of yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I kind of had the same feeling when I went to my PFT this last Saturday, and I was like talking to the other like officer candidates as well. I was like, oh wow, I get to socialize with people.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 22.
Yeah, they're like, it was like around my age as well. So I was like, oh wow, I missed this.
Yeah.
I was kind of annoyed I wasn't that talkative just for the fact I was like more focused. Like, man, my right ankle's injured right now, and I did a 3-mile run. But I still interacted with people. I still communicated with people. So like, this feels good. This feels nice again.
The funny thing is, I work security part time, as you guys know, or maybe some people watching know. Mm-hmm. And the thing that made me like the job the most when I got the job with Paul, and then the reason why I got another security job after we both got laid off, essentially, was that I didn't have to interact with people. Like I worked at a grocery store before security, and I hated dealing with people all the time. So when Paul told me about security, I was like, oh shit, that sounds like my shit. And then
I get to be an introvert.
yeah. So then the less people I dealt with at work, the better. But now it's the opposite because I've just been like almost isolated from people or talking to people for so long that I kind of wish I worked at a job where I could talk with people or interact with other people. And I think it's just the lockdown kind of wearing down on me that's making me think that. I think once everything opens back up, everyone's vaccinated, I'll probably go back to being like fuck this shit, but to some degree. But
would you have like the same thoughts, like everything's the same except for like minus COVID and the lockdown? So you've been working like the same security job. Would you be like at your own job? Would you be like, man, I want to communicate with people, I want to talk to people, or just
if COVID never happened, I think I would have stayed on that because like. Work was my place to be away from people.
It was the peace.
While making money, yeah. And school was was just me, was the opposite of that. But now it flipped. Now school there's literally none of that. And I would much rather socialize in school because people there at least around me are interested in the same major because they're in the same classes as me, or they they're around my age, so there's like more of a connection there. Whereas people at work. Some of them are fucking like 70 years old, and
I can relate to those guys, the prune guys. I can relate to those guys. I'm like
some people in security. Some old people are cool, but then so there's also the ones that just like talk nonstop about things that you just really don't give a shit about. But you're too polite to tell them to fuck off because they just keep, Paul knows one person from my old job that did this.
Yes, I remember.
yeah, it was really annoying. He just never got a clue that no one wanted to talk to him. Like literally nobody, but he just kept talking to you anyways. So that was annoying, but but yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if just like the old person thing or just like the person.
It depends.
It depends, but I think it's mostly just like the person because there were like a couple old people too, or older people that were like, I love talking to this person. This person's great.
Yeah, some of them are really interesting.
Yeah, it just depends on what like if they can read your mood, like if they see you like not paying attention, but they still go on anyway, then they don't have that social skill of like, body language and all that. And those are the people that usually are the ones that talk forever without really like noticing that you don't care too much.
Yeah.
I think usually it's because like that one person we're thinking of usually just went on like rants about stuff.
Yeah.
Or just like complaining about stuff like it's just bringing down the mood.
Yeah, like what, like it's not like I don't talk a lot sometimes, but and then I don't complain, but it's like whenever I do, I try to make it like interesting, and I try to like if I see someone that's not interested, I try to just stop. Whenever possible.
I get that because like sometimes like since ever I've been picking you up and dropping you off at your own workplace. Sometimes like in the morning or like whenever you get into the car, I'm like, yo, what's up? And then you just sometimes ask like, oh, you a little tired, or you seem like a little bit out of this. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to like not make as much conversation, or just try to like maybe he just wants his quiet. So I just usually try to do that sometimes.
Yeah, Jim's like, I hate this place. Why I gotta do this?
Sometimes I just wake up late and I'm just tired. I just want to like space out. Like that. I'm a person that also likes to space out too. Like,
same here.
Yeah. That's why I have sometimes. Like, it depends on the person. It depends on the conversation. But it can be hard for me to pay attention sometimes when someone's talking. Like if they're talking about like, oh, I bought some seeds for my garden the other day. They are Latinas Americanas, and I just tune out and I just.
Damn, those are some thick flowers.
And then they just talk about stuff, and then I think I'm pretty decent at doing that because whenever they raise their voice a certain way, I can tell they're making a joke, and so I just like laugh, even though I did not hear a single thing that they said.
You nod and smile.
They could be like blah 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 blah, and I'm just like.
I really hate that part of me, that like the selective hearing, where it's just like you just zone out, not hearing anything but the other person talking, and you just like, huh, what was that? Come again?
Yeah.
Like you just I'm just so out of it sometimes. It's just like, huh? Oh.
Yeah, that does sound annoying. I like half pay attention, or at least like 30% if I'm like don't really want to hear it. So I think it's like a skill you pick up, is like letting people think that you're listening, but in reality you're not. Is like something you pick up eventually.
Well, he's not here right now, but I used to do this with Ron when he used to carpool. So he would, when we were driving home from our community college, he would tell me stories, and then like some stories are funny, but some of them aren't as great, and those are the ones where I just go on autopilot where I don't really listen, and I just like. Yeah. When he does the thing with the joke that I said earlier, I would laugh. And sometimes when he does like the sad tone, it's like, and then blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, oh damn, like that's like my very generic response.
Damn,
that sucks. Yeah.
I know what exact phrase you're talking about.
yeah, and then I like it's not that that I don't find it important. It's just that I just if it's not interesting to me, I just automatically just not paying attention.
You have like your own little book of words that you're like, all right, it's just this is the mood. All right, open up the sad book. This is the words I use.
Yeah. And related to last episode, it's not me. I'm a sociopath. Okay, I can feel things. I just don't pay attention sometimes. And yeah,
oh, you're right. We did talk about that last week.
Yeah,
I just zoned out a little bit. Just also I'm a little bit deaf, so I'm not hearing the thing what you're saying.
Yeah, that's why I can't be a therapist, dude. Like I know I'm a psychology major, and everyone thinks psychology majors become therapists, but I'll do the same shit with my patients. If they would go up to my office or the couch or whatever, lay down and tell me about their life story, I was just like, damn, that sucks.
I feel like you'd be making easy money. Damn, bro, that sucks. All right. Shit, I don't remember what this guy was saying. You know what? I'll give you some antidepressants or something. Get this to your doctor, blah, blah, blah.
You need to communicate with this person, like really communicate with each other. Just give like really generic advice. They'll never know the difference.
But Dr. Jim, he stabbed me. Ah, damn, that sucks.
like if you want to be my patient if I'm a therapist, you have to like tell it in a really funny way. So you gotta be like, yo, when I was a kid, my dad beat the fuck out of me, and then I'll pay attention then because I'll be like, oh shit, then what happened?
Yeah, bro.
And then
back when I was little. Back when I was little, my dad used to beat me up, and he was like, "Whoa, bam!"
Like, oh shit, dude! I got that reference. It's from like an anime, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're a child, my friend. I bet you're the type of person who's like, I don't want to read this book. There's no pictures. I can't read.
I don't read.
I
At
don't
all.
read. I
I
need
need pictures.
pictures in order to be entertained.
You,
I mean,
you
you're
need to
that
read.
kind of person.
You need to read to me, or like
Someone else got to read it.
break up the text. Like I hate reading books with like paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs because I just see all those paragraphs and I just lose interest. You gotta like bullet point it for me, you know? Like
Yeah. That's why I
Or
hate
at least have it be an
English
audio book.
classes. Because they're like, all right, read this book and then tell me what happened. And like, what do they mean? I'm just like, fuck. I can't do this. There's
yeah,
too
if you
many
go up to me
paragraphs.
and you're like, yeah, so when I was younger, my dad hit me. Oh, and then I'll be like, oh shit, how you do it? You know, he got his hand, and then I start drawing. Like
Start doodling.
Yeah.
I start doodling. Yeah, that's what I used to do in
Wow.
school. Like when I was in school, because whenever I don't pay attention, I just instinctively doodle. And yeah, I don't know.
My
I'm just really
instinct
bad
is
paying
to
attention.
take a nap.
I don't think I ever doodled in class. If I did, I probably done it like once.
I've probably done stick figures, but
I become like the best abstract artist of all time whenever I like not pay attention in class. It's really sad.
it's
Like
bold
I
and
could have
rash.
been something. Yeah.
You could have been an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have been an artist. I like they would ask me, "What's your process? What's your creative process?" I'll be like, "Okay, so I put on a lecture from my algebra 2 teacher, and then
It
I
just
just let
starts
it
flowing.
it flows into me, and I just do it."
Do you think you could have been accepted into like art school or something?
Nah, probably not. I have no idea what constitutes as like good art, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Same.
Well, it's probably a good thing then.
Maybe a freelancer. You could have been the best freelancer artist. You know,
Like
do commissions.
you draw like anything with pretty colors, and I'm just like, ooh, that looks pretty,
Yeah,
and then
looks
that's like good art to me. Yeah.
I remember like this little painting I did probably in like the first or second grade, and I'll have to say that's probably like the best abstract or like painting or like wet color I ever done in my entire life. And I remember like when I got a little bit older, I want to recreate that. Could never do it. It's just like the colors just blended in so well when I was a first grader, and it's just like I should have framed that. I wish I still had that little painting, but it's gone. That was the best painting I ever did.
You know, I used to draw a lot when I was a kid too, and then
Same.
I would draw so much to a point where it like interfered with my classwork because I was in kindergarten, and then we had like an art notebook where we would draw things like once every day or every week or some shit, and then she would give us like different things to draw, right? And one day it'd be like a car, draw a tree, draw a sunset. But what I did was that I just drew Spider-Man every single week.
Yeah.
Because I love Spider-Man. I thought Spider-Man was the shit.
When I was a kid too, I loved drawing Spider-Man.
So yeah, when she told us to draw a car, I just drew Spider-Man, and then it got to a point where she like contacted my parents or my mom, and she was like, "He's not listening to me. He's just drawing Spider-Man."
I probably would have done well in that class, and because like whenever I drew a lot when I was a kid, I would draw like rocket ships or planes or cars. I think I even drew like I even asked a kid. I even tried to draw like the Celtic Garden from Yu-Gi-Oh one time as well. I even asked like my friend who like knew Yu-Gi-Oh like or had Yu-Gi-Oh cards like how do you spell Celtic Garden? It was like in the first grade.
Yeah.
And then I was also obsessed with along with drawing Spider-Man in the same page. I was obsessed with like spelling George Washington, but I kept spelling it wrong. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess I thought the name was cool, but anyway, I got to a point where I didn't realize this until I took a few classes in child psych or related to child psych, and at the time they would just pull me like once every few days to the special like teacher where they would like talk to me one on one, and then they would like have me play with toys and stuff and have me tell them stories. Looking back, with what I know now, they were trying to see if I was special needs because I kept drawing Spider-Man and writing George Washington over and over. And I guess I never fit the full criteria to be special needs because I guess
You're
with
like
the one-on-one talk.
It's like you're like a few points off. Like Come on, do the
Yeah.
thing, do the thing. Damn.
Yeah, so I guess they just thought like, okay, this guy's not special needs. He's just weird, I guess. And yeah, and so I was tested for special needs, and turns out I didn't qualify. So I had to live a normal school life.
I was that.
You almost sound kind of disappointed from that.
Dude, imagine me putting special needs on my thing. I'll get so many opportunities. They're like, damn, we gotta get this guy some career choices. I don't know. Like I actually I have no clue. Maybe it's worse, but.
Man, I was that kid that would just stare off the window, daydreaming when I was younger.
You an anime character, an anime protagonist.
Yeah, something like that. Or like, what would happen if like, you know, like the Earth just suddenly fucking explodes? Something. I don't know.
I used to think, I mean, I still did it, kind of in college, but in high school and middle school, I used to think like, what if like terrorists invaded the school right now, and then I just like, saved everybody.
Yeah.
I used to daydream about that.
I've had those thoughts too, where I'm like, oh, it's a school shooter. I don't know, for some reason I magically have a sniper rifle, or I'm really good at like disarming people with guns.
Yeah, I've become like 007, where like I can't miss a shot, and I just like save everybody.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm the hero. I'm the one that took down the school shooter.
Yeah. In reality, though, if that were to happen, I would just like follow the protocol. Like, yeah, like block off the doors and shit if you can't get out of the school or whatever.
Yep.
But it was, like I would just have those thoughts. Like, damn, what if my crush liked me back? That'd be kind of cool.
I know, that's usually the thing. Like, I just want to impress the girl that I have a thing for during that time.
That too. I've always had those thoughts. Like, damn, if I were to confess today, how would she react? Like, shit, I don't know if I can like. If she said yes, I don't know what I would do. I think I would just like drop on the floor, like how Paul dropped on the floor the one time.
Military ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever had thoughts of like confessing to my crush, just because I think I just assumed it would never happen, so I just never played with the thought.
Yeah, I had a crush on this girl for quite a long time, and then like it was a girl that I knew was like out of my league. So like and I kind of knew we didn't have much in common, but I still had a crush on her because personality and all that. But I was just like, damn, like I have no chance, but I gotta stop having a crush on her. But it didn't go away for a while, and yeah. So I'm kind of like you in that regard, I guess.
It's like, damn. If she said no, I just had to go home. Like now, like after that, I'd just go home and like be alone in the room.
Yeah. Plus, I was probably cringe at that time too, so that didn't help.
You were definitely cringe. We were all cringe. Yeah. Every high schooler cringe.
Yeah, except the ones that weren't cringe. Fuck those guys.
the ones that already had their shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like even some of them were like super cringe, because this is one dude who was talking to my friend in PE, and then the dude, my friend had I don't think he had a girlfriend, but I think he had like kind of something going on with somebody. Yeah. And then the other guy was like looking like, damn, you jealous of me because you don't have a fine ass girlfriend like I do, huh? And I just thought I was just really fucking weird. Dumb, because it's like who gives a fuck like how fine your girlfriend is compared to someone else? I was like, what is that the only metric as to what as to winning a relationship? Like
the only relatable thing I had to that was like also during high school was I was walking to like the RTC area from like that little middle walkway with the giant trees and the the grass area.
That quad.
Yeah, from that quad. I was like walking in the direction towards RTC. I was like walking by like a couple that was like walking towards me. And I think I was just staring off into space at that time. But I was like, the guy, the boyfriend, I assume, is just like looked at me and got like kind of aggressive. He's like, "Yo, what are you looking at?" I was like, "What?" And I guess it looked like I was staring at his girlfriend or something. But I think I was just staring off into space. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. That's the only relatable thing. I was like, oh.
Bro, I had that one too. I wasn't walking. I was just like, I was just chilling, sitting down, waiting for my next class. Joram wasn't there, nor Jim. It's the usual place we sit by during the morning,
Mm-hmm.
Jim.
Oh,
Yeah,
the where we used to meet up in the morning.
yeah. It was
Okay,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
got there like really early, and then I was just like staring off space, and like they just like passed by me, and then for some reason the guy turned around and then tapped me like, "Yo, what are you looking at?" And I was like, I was just like in the daze, like, "Are you looking at my girlfriend?" And I was like, "No, what the fuck?" And then it was like, it was just like
It's like
I'm
a
just like,
primate thing.
yeah,
Like,
I'm
"Oog,
Yeah.
just
oog,
like,
look, my beautiful girl. Oog,
I
I
was
am
just
the
like,
king."
I was just
Don't look.
monkey brain.
You could definitely tell those are the kinds of guys who are like really insecure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
He's just like,
Like,
I want to hold on to this tight because no one else gets to have it.
right.
yeah, like if I was in his shoes and someone was looking at her, like even if they were like not spacing out, I'd be like, yeah, you know she cute. What's up?
Man,
And
why you
and
gotta
just
be
move on.
aggressive, man?
Yeah, you don't need to be like, hey yo, this is my girl you're looking at. My girl. Yeah, not your girl. Don't look at her. Eyes off. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're just
It,
trying to be the alpha, but they're only a
yeah.
beta. Beta.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ah, shit.
What's up?
Loron called 30 minutes
Oh,
ago.
Oh.
ooh. Yeah.
Like,
Speaking of like time flying.
I think the moment we started, he called because it was like we
Oof.
were at the 26-minute mark, and it was like 26 minutes ago.
Ooh.
Man,
Jesus.
Yeah.
probably the man's probably like graduated by now. He's like, I want
Oh,
to call my family.
he graduates tomorrow,
Graduates tomorrow.
7 a.m.
Yeah. Speaking of like time flying, and like the last time we did a 3-man podcast, wasn't that around the time when Lil Ron went off to boot camp
Yeah,
I think
or
probably.
so,
basic?
actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah, he's
Damn it.
going. He's going
Damn.
to his tech school, and then he's a he's a he's a working man. He's working for free labor.
Well, so he's not going to be visiting you guys after graduation.
I
He's just going
doubt it
straight to.
because I think his tech school is prioritized first.
Mm.
Yeah, usually after boot camp, you have like 3 days of like free time, and then it's either you go to a different state for your training or a different city,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, mine was just across the street. So when I graduated boot camp, so they just visited me for like a day.
Mm.
No, 2 days. One was in graduation, then the next day, and then they dropped me off to this one other gate, and then I had to like grab my sea bag and the rest of my stuff, and then hopped on the bus, went across the street, and then got dropped off, and they told us to like walk around this building because we have different buildings, and then yeah, and then that was home for like another month, and then that was like when the time where I finally got to go home after that month.
I'm
After
I'm just
school.
I'm just literally imagining when you said like it was like right across the street. I'm just literally imagining you leaving your barracks or whatever, you jumping onto a bus. It just drives across the street and like, all right, here you go. Just drops you off right there.
Legit, Paul, the bus only had to take a right turn, get out of the front gate, into another front gate, and then, it's right there.
Literal gate. I mean, I guess it makes a little bit more
Yeah,
sense, but then it's still thinking in my head like it's just walking distance, bro.
yeah, it was something else. Man, had
Oof.
like, I finally had a fucking room and like some civilian clothes,
Yeah.
but then again, we couldn't wear civilian clothes,
Was this
so
like was this like on a base
yeah,
or
on a
outside
base.
base? Okay.
We couldn't wear civilian clothes because we're only there for a month. They had like phases to where
Mm,
you can do civilian clothes.
really?
Yeah. So luckily, my parents were still there, and they could still visit me. So I just like grabbed all my underwear and like sleep in like basketball shorts to sleep in,
Yeah.
and then gave them the rest of my clothes. that were like like civilian clothes.
Just
Gave them
take
back
that.
to just to take it back to them.
Got
Cause
you.
bro, I'm not gonna be the guy wearing tidy whities right after boot camp for my tech school. I wasn't gonna be
Wait,
the guy.
wait. Didn't you have like your own underwear while going through boot camp?
No, we had
What
tidy whities.
they had to like issue you tidy whities?
Yes,
What? Oh
bright
no.
white ones. And
Oh,
then
I haven't worn tidy whities in years.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I I cleaned my butt so well after pooping, and there's still skid marks. I don't know.
Oh no. It's making me think of when I go. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna have my bidet. My precious
Oh
bidet.
yeah, you don't have today.
And especially if I'm like going during the summer,
Yeah,
like during the runs I'm gonna have like
brown.
brown slashy poo while I'm
Yeah,
just like,
brown skid marks.
oh, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna be so upset. Virginia, humid weather. Oh man, I'm
Yeah.
my I know how I said I was planning to go to OCS during the summer, but honestly, I wouldn't be too upset if they're like you're gonna go during the winter when it's a lot cooler. I'm like,
Oh, it's
yeah,
cold.
it's cold,
I'd rather
but
go in like fall, fall or spring.
I think OCS only has like summer or winter.
Oh yikes!
Yeah,
Mm.
Because
so
I'm not sure how cold Virginia gets in comparison to Chicago.
all I know is how humid it was when I went to Virginia during the summer, and even with the AC blasting on inside the house we were visiting, it was like the moment you walked outside, you're just already drenched in sweat within like the
Like
first
like
minute.
like the Philippines.
Yep.
Oh man, I remember Chicago was cold, and we had like that one broken window right next to my bunk. It was freezing.
I bet.
It was so cold marching outside in the morning and slippery because it's like black ice on the ground.
Hmm.
I one time we were marching, I almost slipped. I had to use the guidon to like stab the ground so I can like stabilize.
Yeah.
That was like the scariest shit ever. I got yelled at for it, dropping the guidon, but it was either I die or the guidon I get the guidon penalty. I chose life.
Hey, I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. But yeah, good
That
times.
that shit hurts. That's how you get like broken bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would honestly pick like cold weather and snow over hot and humid. I'm just not. I know I'm Southeast Asian. My people were built for hot and humid weather. But I still hate it. I still prefer the cold.
Yeah.
I rather have that over like jungle weather,
Humid weather, yeah.
humid. Yeah. The only time I liked it was just like when we were in the Philippines and it had those like flash rains that went off for a while. Like I really wanted to take a shower in those rains.
You missed every time.
I missed it every time. Like I would like you while we're like eating outside, like under like some kind of a canopy or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I want to go take a shower. And then you guys were like, no, Paul, stay. I'm like, fuck, come on. I didn't even know why you guys stopped me too. Like that, it was like right there.
Yeah, I don't remember you. I think because we were trying to play a game.
we're trying to play some kind of game. We're like, no,
Yeah.
Paul. I was like, I just want to take a shower in the rain outdoors.
Nothing beats our PUBG game.
That freaking picture, just like two FPS.
Yeah. I'd say
It
yeah. That was
was
so,
so bad.
that was so bad.
Good times though. I can't wait till like after COVID, we're able to travel again.
I know, right?
Gonna dip into politics a little bit. Jim, have you heard that Joe Biden is lifting the patent protections?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
And I was like, yes, finally they did something good, or they did a good thing. So now we can vaccinate the rest of the world too, or the rest of the world can make their own generic versions of vaccine.
Yeah. Undoubtedly a good thing. It's something that no matter what you like, you have to give him credit for that.
Yes.
There's literally no harm from doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bill Gates is like, I bet he's upset. I bet he's like, my money.
He's probably throwing a tantrum. Right
I mean that, along with him getting divorced, losing quite a bit of wealth.
Yeah, that too.
Does he
Bill
still
Gates.
own Microsoft?
Uh, I think he has passed it on to someone else.
He just has shares, I think, for stocks.
Yeah.
At the very.
I'm sure he's
Yeah.
so heavily involved in some things,
Mm-hmm.
but I think someone else is doing all the grunt work for that now.
Apparently, all the stock prices for like Pfizer, Moderna, the other vaccines just like massively dropped after the announcement.
Yeah. And I think one thing that Pfizer wanted to do, they wanted to sell like a booster shot every year where you have to pay for it. But if that's no longer the case, then that's awesome. Then we don't have to
Hell
worry about
yeah!
that.
Don't have to pay for that shot either. I can just take it.
It's free.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Fuck you, big pharma. Middle finger. I'm happy that we got the vaccine, but fuck you guys.
I mean, we could have gotten the vaccine without them too. With for those, okay, I'm gonna do some education real quick. So for those of you who don't know, no matter what, if you give a bunch of money to people in the room to come up with a vaccine, they're gonna come up with it. It's just a matter of how they're gonna distribute it. So what Big Pharma does is that they get subsidized for research and development for medication or vaccines, or they can buy the patent for it from a university that does all that work. Mm-hmm. And what they do is that they take that and they create the thing, and then they distribute it, but then they can charge you whatever they want you to, because you don't have a choice. If you want the thing.
The FDA does not regulate the prices or negotiate prices here.
Yeah. So what happens in Canada is that there's a board committee where they negotiate with the pharmaceutical companies, saying hey, this is the most that you can charge, or you can charge us to get your medication, so that they can not make too much profit, or even no profit at all off the thing that they're selling. So over there in Canada, you can get certain drugs for a few dollars, but here, since there isn't a board committee to stop that from happening, they can charge you $100, $500, anything really, if they know that they can get away with it and sell it, because you don't have a choice, because otherwise you die or you don't get the vaccine, which isn't really much of a choice, So
yeah,
it's not just Canada too. Literally
everyone but
every other developed country except us.
Yeah.
that's
why if you want to buy drugs for medication, it's probably better for you to just fly to Canada or drive to Canada, get the drugs there, and then go back.
Yeah, go to the hospital, get yourself a
prescription. A lot of people also go to Mexico too for their medications as well.
Yeah, Mexico too.
People
literally jumping the border to get into Mexico to get
some people
medicine.
are moving to Mexico because they can get the stuff that are free there that's being fucking paid here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if someone argues hey, the profit incentive is important for pharmaceutical companies to come up with a vaccine or medication, that's just not true.
It's just greedy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a similar argument during my debate with Joram, where they can kind of charge you whatever you want because you don't have a choice.
Probably. And if you guys want to see that debate, check out one of our previous podcast episodes.
Yeah, it's the one right before the video game episode from what I see.
Mm. Yeah.
Also, fun fact, my debate was exactly 20 episodes after yours, Paul.
Oh, wow. Well, nice even number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But anyway, yeah. So hopefully India can get the vaccines, because they kind of need it right now.
Literally every other. Hopefully, is this only for India or all the other?
It's mostly the global poor. Yeah, they really need the vaccine. But India is the one everyone says, because it's the country with the
oxygen issue, oxygen shortage.
Also, they have a huge population. I think they're behind China, but not for long. or they might have passed China. I don't know.
They might have, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. I still think China has like the larger population as of right now.
But India is on track to like pass China at some point soon.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good. That means the chance of a new variant of COVID popping up is a lot lower now. Just for that simple fact that we could vaccinate more people soon around the world. So that means it's great. Light is definitely nearing the end of the tunnel now.
Yeah, you're gonna hear that phrase a lot from people.
Indeed.
But yeah, it is nice to see that because I'm getting my second shot tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow.
Yep, and then after that, just the whole 2-week process, and then after that, I'm basically good. Like I'll be free.
Nice.
Now you
I think. Indeed, I think my younger sister got her second vaccine shot about 2 days ago or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. So, told her to keep us updated, but she seems fine so far. She's just been posting like the normal stuff. So
yeah, I'm hoping I'm the lucky few that don't have it too bad. Just sore arm again, but there's a possibility I get sick again, or sick, and then and then have to take time off work or whatever. So that might happen. Who knows? I'm just dice roll,
Yeah. If I find out after my second vaccine shot that I'm like 100% fine, I have like no issues, I'll be very upset because I turned down my flight physical date.
I mean, you can never be too sure. That's why.
You can never be too sure.
After he's gonna, if he doesn't get sick, he's gonna bathe in ice water just to get sick. He'd be like, "Ha! Now I have an excuse to not go."
That was definitely.
I heard apparently that if you had COVID before in the past and you get your second COVID vaccine shot, apparently it hits you a lot harder than had you not had COVID before. Apparently. So
I might have heard something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know that. I would have assumed it was the other way around. That if you had COVID, it'd probably be a little bit easier just because your body's already dealt with it. But apparently not. Apparently it hits you even harder. So that sucks even more for the people who've had it because they had to like go through the ringer twice.
Yeah, I think that's what my mom had. That's probably why she was so sick when she got her second dose. Because she did. She
had COVID.
When she was like, vacation, and then she got the shots, and the second one hit her really hard. She said.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel really lucky to like. I feel really lucky that like all of us did not get COVID. Because even going to the grocery store, like you that's already like a way for you to get it, even if everyone's wearing masks and all that. And with how many of us that there are in the group who come in contact with each other, I don't think anyone's gotten it. And I think the most is that we know people who got it, except the only two people I know that I come in frequent contact with that got it were Dean's mom and one of my coworkers who got it. I think a few months ago.
Yeah,
but
luckily my mom was not here when she got it.
Yeah, I just feel really lucky to never have really been in an environment where I get exposed to it. But that's also because I stay home like almost all the time. So
yeah, some of our friends even like have jobs where they communicate with people on a regular basis, like Jeffrey or Kenny. And even Kenny I had a conversation with him a couple of days ago when he was looking for Pokemon card sleeves. He even said he's surprised that he hasn't contracted COVID yet. Like, the jobs that he has where it's just talking to customers on a regular.
It's just the way the things are handled, like, back in lockdown phase.
Yeah.
It's the way they handle things. Like, for example, the grocery stores. Like, Sprouts had a line, like, you weren't just allowed to just go in Sprouts.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, remember the toilet paper shortage? I felt like so long ago.
That was such
like around this month. last year.
And apparently the shortage only happened in, like, Australia or something. But apparently everyone around the world thought they're like, oh no, I need to stock up on toilet paper.
Yeah, they thought it was the end of the world when it was just like, oh,
But to be fair, like although they were overreacting, like they had no idea how like deadly the virus was gonna be because like
That's
it was
true.
like in its early phases. So they're like, shit, dude, like maybe it's like the plague all over again. For
Yeah,
all
but
they know.
yeah, but even then, if you like thought about it rationally for a little bit, why would there be like a toilet paper shortage? Because no one's gonna like use even more toilet paper than we already do on a regular basis already, like the entire world.
I think it was like because everyone else thought the same thing. Like if they just stocked up, they'll be fine. So like if you went and they weren't, and then you decide to not stock up, someone else would, so that there wouldn't be any left for you. I think that's what
I understand like stocking up on like food or water or
yeah,
other.
I would have gone for the canned foods.
Well,
Yeah,
the toilet paper, like the toilet paper, I'm assuming it's just one of those things where like this is super hyperbolic, but in their minds that they think it might be the apocalypse, where like this might be the end of like
There's still water.
of time, I guess, because like they don't know who's gonna die, who's gonna not die, so they think like, oh shit, toilet paper is gonna be one of the resources where it's gonna be hard to get because water I can at least get it from my sink or some shit. I don't know, but with toilet paper, it's harder to get that versus food, But again, I'm not that paranoid, so
Yeah.
I don't know what the exact thought process is.
I would have been like, damn, no toilet paper. I guess it's time for the shower.
I don't know if it was around that time I had gotten my bidet yet, or it's probably before. I think it's before I got my bidet.
Yeah, it was.
But
before.
afterwards, I was thinking like, yes, I'm safe now. I could just like wash my butt this way.
Yeah, like if we just bidet episode sponsor us. If we just switch to bidets, we would never have to worry
Bidet
about
company
another
sponsor
apocalypse.
Big bidet. Don't matter which one.
Yeah, like we had bidets everywhere. We would not have to worry about toilet paper shortages because
Yeah.
bidets. That's it.
I mean, granted, it was already like a silly notion already.
Yeah, but even without an apocalypse, come on, bidets, bro. Water cleans your ass.
Remember when I asked? They still haven't fucking answered the question, but remember when I asked the agent of the builder about?
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Good place.
yeah, my place, which is by the way is gonna be. They said gonna be done during the first week of June, around there.
So like about a month from now, then.
Yeah, because they're trying to schedule a walkthrough, which is like you inspect the house, see something that you don't like, and they'll change it over for you. Or there's like like marks everywhere, some issue, then they'll fix it. And then they still haven't answered the bidet question, and they were like, wow, like this
you're just gonna hope you forget.
Isn't it literally just like put like a
outlet
plug or an outlet like somewhere near the toilet, or at least within a reasonable distance?
Yeah, I think under the sink is what they said would be like according to the like law.
Yeah.
And stuff, it has to be like under the sink. It can't be near like water.
Under the sink. Well, shit. Then my house is like breaking that law because my outlet is above the sink.
No, like for a second outlet, because there's
a
standard outlet. Far away from your toilet.
Yeah.
It's like near the wall, like near the. Do you have a medicine cabinet?
Yeah.
It's usually by underneath it, somewhere around there. But you can't put an outlet near the toilet, like right next to it.
Got you.
Because it holds water. And,
I mean, makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I'm curious about how like the where the outlet was for the bidets when we were in Japan.
I think Japan is just built different.
It's built different. They're like, fuck it, let's just do it.
Yeah, because it's like I think they're just wired differently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To where-
I think it's just a
Literally build
cultural thing. Like
Yeah.
culturally, we just don't have bidets in our minds. So when we design houses and design neighborhoods, we don't think about bidets. We just
Yeah.
you know do it. Whereas they've already had like culturally bidets are accepted, so they have the
Yeah.
framework to have them be in every house.
Yeah, they were very shocked when I asked that question. Like, hey, I'm trying to put a bidet here. Where does the outlet go? Because it's not going to reach the medicine cabinet outlet.
Mm.
And they were like, wow, you're the first person to ask that, and we're going to write down because someone else is going to ask it.
Mm.
But no one else did, so that's why you're not getting one.
Well, we paid for the outlet, so it has to be asked.
They have to have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it just makes me really curious then when the one day I get my own place. Like, I'm definitely gonna be asking that question too.
Are you gonna jack the bidet at your mom's house? Just be
I
just
would-
mine now. Later.
I mean,
I
technically,
mean,
it's his.
I might leave it.
it is yours, but then it's like it's been domesticated. You know, it's now a part of the family.
I mean, I know my younger sister enjoys it.
Can you imagine?
No.
Paul
I can just
just,
get my own.
Paul leaves, and then there's just like a seatless toilet.
No, we still have the old seats somewhere. I think
Yeah,
we
but
left.
I feel like once you take out your bidet, it's like, I'll leave it as is. I'm leaving.
Your sister is using it, and she's like, "Oh shit, no more toilet paper. At least have my bidet."
It's gone.
Damn you, Paul!
I don't even like whenever I decide to move. I don't even know if I'm gonna take. I'm like debating like, should I take my current computer? Should I just build a new one once I'm out?
Building a new one's gonna be a bitch. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, right.
Because
There.
Yeah, like I know it's like probably quite a while away, but with the current pattern, because my friend Jason was trying to build one, but it's impossible to get all the parts for an affordable price because everything like the GPUs right now are way more than they really should be.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you'll be spending a lot more money to build a new PC, so
Yeah,
it's just better to bring yours.
Yeah, I guess so. Because my computer's big, and I don't know how much I would be traveling since military and all that. I guess I'll probably just be staying in one area since when I get into flight school, I'll probably just be sticking in like one area.
Yeah, if they just move you to different bases, just they ship your stuff for you.
That's
anyway.
true. That's true.
They ship
Plus-
stuff.
Plus, all my stuff is just in my room anyway, so it won't be that big.
Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
ship it for free. I think. PCs,
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes they'll have movers. I had movers pack my stuff in Japan. That was hired by the military, which was really, man, they were quick. I've never seen
Yeah,
my
dude.
stuff gone so fast.
Yeah, it'd be really unreasonable. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna move you to Hawaii from like Maryland, and then you have to pay like $500 to move all your stuff." Like, like
Yeah.
you have no say in where you're gonna go, and they'll be like, "Yeah, but you got to pay though." So
Yeah.
it only makes sense that they cover for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, this is like, it's the military. I better like keep in the back of my mind, get ready to get fucked by
Yeah,
something.
that too. Just get ready to get fucked. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
I mean,
see it
yeah.
coming.
So I wouldn't be surprised, but that's good if it's the moving's for free.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, even if you build your own and they move you have to move your stuff anyways. You
Yeah.
have no control over that
Unless
part.
you just get a laptop.
I'm just like debating like what stuff I should move. Like, should I like move my bed, or should I just leave and just buy a new one?
Your bed, I'd say just keep it there. So
Yeah.
that when you do come home, you have a bed to sleep on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just buy a new bed over there, and then when you move the bed as well, or sell it off or whatever.
Yeah, because I know for officers,
You might stay in the barracks.
maybe barracks, but I also heard that most bases don't have on officer housing or something like that, so I have to like live off base, most likely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, if you live off base, same thing basically, except probably more privacy and all that.
Yeah.
indeed. And in any case, I probably just like, all right, I'm gonna go if worst case scenario I go super poor, I'm like, all right, I'll just sleep in a sleeping bag on the floor or something. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Most likely.
You just tell them, hey, I don't have a place to sleep in, and they'll probably give you like a barracks.
Yeah.
Enlisted barracks like that one other person. Yeah.
All right, not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of things I would move just because like it's mostly just like regulated the stuff just in my room.
It's the stuff that you collect while you're like going about.
Yeah.
And you're just like, fuck, why did I collect these stuff?
I don't know how much of a problem that would be for me just because I don't really care for figurines or posters or whatever.
That is true.
Yeah, because legit all the stuff I have on my walls or on my windowsill is literally just gifts from other people. None of it is just like, oh man, I really want that because I just don't have that. I don't know. I like simplicity. I think there's beauty in that. So
I just like having souvenirs from the countries I've visited.
I just do pictures. That's it. I might have some stuff, but the only souvenirs I have like from Japan are just like literally, or the Philippines, literally just the currency that we used over there.
Yeah, I used to collect those too. I was like, I still have my yeni.
I'm like half with Paul because I'm the same way. I don't care for souvenirs as much because, I guess I'm just not sentimental with items. I guess because when if I bring something like a coffee mug or a little figurine from a country, I'm not gonna look at it and be like, oh, remember that one time I wasn't there? I'm more likely to deal with like pictures and stuff, which is why when we were in Japan, I took a lot more pictures than usual because I look back at the picture and I get hit with that nostalgia more than with like a physical object.
Mm-hmm.
But and then the other half where I'm not with Paul is that I do have value. I do see value in some physical things, but not like deep sentimental value. Like I do want posters on the wall if it makes the wall look less bare. I guess if it's just like all white, then I'm like eh. But if I can put a poster there, then and personalize the room a little bit more, then I think that's cool.
Yeah, no, that would literally just be the reason why I would have like something on my wall just to make it look less empty and less sad. But that's it. Other than that, it's just like
bro, I have two
I would not care otherwise.
I have two things hung up.
That's why if I were to live with myself, I wouldn't get I probably wouldn't get a couch because it's just me, unless I get people over all the time like Dean does, like because his house is where we hang out at.
I like having a couch. It's fun to sleep in.
I would get a couch too. Again, literally just in case I have guests. So
that couch is for me.
I would just have chairs, I guess, but yeah, maybe steel chairs. That way if someone gets in the fight, just
whack them.
Yeah. It serves two purposes: sitting and for whacking.
Dude, imagine getting like a wrestling ring in your house. I know that was like a thing, like in RuneScape, you could get like a boxing ring in your own house in like the skill. That was amazing. Like, yes, I could fight people in my house. That was amazing.
Yeah, we can get a wrestling ring in Dean's backyard, and whoever has to fight, they can fight in there.
Yes.
If Jeffrey beats with Ron or something, or Paul beats with Kenny, not that that will happen, but if it does, there's the ring, and then
I'm just surprised you picked Kenny. Who would beef with Kenny?
You.
Jeffrey.
Me?
I just think it'd be funny. Not that will happen. I just think it'd be funny if that happened.
Jeffrey versus Kenny.
I don't know if I could fight Kenny. I don't know if I have it in me. I don't think I could punch him.
That's why we would.
Kenny would just win by default.
I think it has to be Jeffrey versus Kenny, dog. Hungry Jeffrey. We'll just like.
Hangry Jeffrey.
Yeah, hangry Jeffrey.
No, Hangry Jeffrey versus Cranky Paul. I think that's a good fight. That's a good fight. Like post Avengers Endgame Paul versus Hangry Jeffrey. That'd be a good one.
I don't know if it's just. I mean, it's probably cranky. It's more just like tired, Paul. That'll probably be it.
You were pretty cranky that day. Let's be real. Okay.
I was pretty cranky, but I wasn't like angry. But Hangry Jeffrey, that's definitely angry.
Yeah, and I want to see you two clash. That'll be a good fight. Like we could stream it on Twitch, and then on our Nincompoops channel. It'd be great.
We can finally get that's how we get the jump in viewership. Blood.
Before I see blood, I'll just toss in a knife. and then
Oof.
like a kitchen knife. All right, stab him, Paul, stab him.
Yeah, and then just throw in Kenny as ref because who wants to hit the ref?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it'd be a good time. Just like how we can get a hot tub and do a hot tub stream on Twitch on our channel as well.
yeah.
Oh,
Soon TM.
We'll have like a out. Yeah, my mom's trying to get a hot tub actually for the house.
Is she really?
Yeah,
Oh.
wow.
because we didn't opt it. We didn't have the pool option. And she wants like something to cool
Yeah.
off during the summer.
Mm.
I gotcha. That'd be cool, like a summer night where it's still kind of warm but like kind of chilly at the same
Yeah,
time.
just hop in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. I am sad that we didn't get to swim last year.
Yeah.
Or this year, it's looking like.
Looking like
The pool is open here, but you have to like make this schedule.
reservation or something.
Yeah, reservation, and then you gotta fucking. I think there's like a limit of 2, 3. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah,
But hopefully, COVID gets done with, and then everything goes back to normal. Everyone's vaccinated, and we just go swimming again. I miss swimming too. It's just nice being in the water when it's hot.
Even if like we get COVID vaccine, like a booster type, like flu shots every year, I'd take it.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, it may happen anyways, whether or not we want to. So
Yeah. Hopefully that happens soon, and maybe once we're all vaccinated, we could do an in-person podcast or something sometime.
Nah, fuck that. I hate people.
that's we had to like find like a good setup for that. I don't know if we can have that.
It's possible. I mean, we because with the USB microphones, they can do like a it can capture everything within the room or something.
Yeah.
We can talk that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We'll do it in
that'd be
my
kind of cool.
my new room.
Yeah, and then I don't know how many podcast episodes we're gonna have left because once Paul leaves, that'll be it for the weekly uploads. But after Paul leaves, whenever Paul's available, we do them every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll just try to end it at episode 69 and then just
We're on 38 right now.
yeah, we're on 38.
Yeah,
So that would have to be like 24. Yeah, I think 24. Yeah, 24. No, wait. I can't do math. Why was I thinking like 12? Math. 38.
31 from now.
31. Wow. This is bad. I can't do math.
39.
I don't know. I was thinking like 62 in my head. And just like, that's 60.
Yeah, you
62.
made me think about 64. I was just like, damn, how did Paul get fucking...
I know. I just don't know. I just threw myself off.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's a sign.
All right, we're an hour in. About to call it for episode 39. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, you can catch our YouTube channel, link in the description below. You can watch episodes 1 through 37, already uploaded. And this is going to be episode 38, which is going to be uploaded soon. If you're watching this live, which I don't think anyone is right now. Oh, one person is, I guess. If you're watching this live and you want to watch if you watch this on YouTube and want to watch us live, watch us on Twitch at twitch.tv/the_Nincompoops. That's the symbol underscore and then Nincompoops. And then you can watch us every Wednesday at 6:30 PDT. And hopefully, PDT for the rest of the year. Okay?
Yeah,
Fuck you, PSP.
Sign the petition. Find the PDT petition and sign it.
Yeah, PDT based. PST cringe. All right?
Yeah.
That's the message we're going to leave you guys with.
Alright. Peace out.
Later.